Welcome to a Jordan don't want to say the word it seems almost offensive to say the word Brexit now. Look, I said it. Regardless of what side you're on, that word just conjures up stress, anxiety, all sorts of things. We need a better word for it, don't we? I mean, budget, maybe that's a good word. So we're now in Brexit limbo. That is where we just don't know what's happening. We're waiting for the EU to grant us an extension. That comes next week, and we've just seen Operation Brock being put into place for Monday morning, so watch out for that. How do we get into this situation? Let's look at what happened this week.
To get Brexit done, to get this excellent deal over the line, and to deliver Brexit without any more delay. Order!
Ayes to the right, 322.
So the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Unlocked!
But I'm sad about Brexit.
He will rather die in a ditch.
Forced to request an extension.
Bad for democracy.
Another 2 letters as well, explaining he didn't really mean it.
To defy a law passed by this Parliament.
What is going to happen next?
It could go on and on.
The motion will not be debated today.
More dither, more delay.
Have you managed to read it? Genuine question. No. Have you tried?
No.
You haven't tried to read any of this?
Not yet, no.
Or the explanatory notes?
No.
Or the impact assessment?
No.
This is not over.
My wife and I spent longer choosing a sofa.
The stakes
It's a very confusing picture.
could hardly be higher.
Order! So the ayes have it, so the noes have it.
New deal. If they genuinely want more time to study this excellent deal, they can have it, but they have to agree to a general election.
Or joking? Not another one? Oh, for God's sake, I can't stand this.
Okay, I tend to agree with her. I can't stand it either, and I think most of the country can't stand it either. No matter what side you're on, you just want to get it done so business can move on and focus on whatever they need to do. Because currently we still really don't know. We're in a no-deal situation because of so many things. You know, the EU haven't granted us an extension yet, so I think they're making us sweat. And Operation Brock is probably going to cause some disruption on Monday. Let's see. So if you get a bit lost with all this Brexit stuff, don't worry about it. Just watch the Brexit Secretary make a bit of a goof about the Northern Ireland border in the Irish Sea.
There will be no checks between Northern Ireland and GB, and there will be no tariffs.
If they're going, well, if they're moving goods to Northern Ireland, they're not exporting.
From Northern Ireland to Great Britain.
From Northern Ireland to Great Britain, no. Just to be clear, the exit summary declarations will be required in terms of Northern Ireland to GB.
So that was Stephen Barclay. He's only been in the job, not that long, only this year, I think summer of this year. And it is difficult to follow. I mean, exit summary declarations and entry summary declarations are part of, if it's like a declaration of what's on board the trailer. And they've been called safety and security declarations, I think. So they're used interchangeably. I mean, it gets so confusing. But ultimately, you need these documents. I think for Norway and some other countries, we've attached them to the customs document, so they're not needed, but you need a customs document. So what he's really trying to say is we don't need a customs document, but we do need the ENS or EXS or entry summary and exit summary. But that system doesn't currently exist anywhere in the world. I don't think so. Making it up as you're going along. So no wonder they want an extension to analyse what's in the agreement. So Free trade agreement is not a customs union. It is not frictionless. Just make that point. I'll focus on that on the last one. We've put some stuff on our website about this, just so it's clear what people understand as a free trade agreement. Yeah, less tariffs, no tariffs, more paperwork, essentially. Pauline Bastidon of the FTA, Freight Transport Association, again reiterating what we all know. Let's watch where she has been this week talking to Sky News and the things that she thinks are still unresolved.
Out of all the questions we still have and all the operational difficulties that have to be overcome, less than, I would say, 20% of these have actually been sorted out. We produce a dashboard that we send to Michael Gove every week, and the vast majority of things are still red or amber on that. We still have not much clarity as to what will happen for transport a few months after Brexit, once the EU contingency measures expire. We still don't know how the Republic of Ireland intends to manage the Irish border. There is a shortage of customs brokers and vets. These people are very important and very much needed for companies to be able to fulfill their customs and regulatory obligations.
So there you go, customs and regulatory obligations. I think that's essentially, that's Brexit. Brexit now is customs. You know, if you can't crack customs, which you just can't, we're going to be stuck in this hole forever. Imports. Let's talk quickly about import. Import prices are now rising really fast. We predicted this a long time ago. Essentially, hauliers are being told there's a no deal coming their way, and so they are avoiding the UK, and the only people risking it to come here are those that want danger money. So keep that in mind. If you've got goods and they're urgent to ship, you will be paying more temporarily while this situation unravels. Switching to ports, UK is Harwich and Felixstowe getting quite busy now. The lead time for getting cargo booked up and shipped through Felixstowe is now over 1 week. So any way of getting into the country is going to either take time or money. Exports, well, exports seem to be reaching a crescendo, and Dover, well, you can liken it to an escape hatch if you want. Everyone fleeing the country because they don't want to be stranded here. Next week is going to be very, very interesting. Young Forwarders Network, don't forget, 13th of November, East Anglia launch, Ipswich Town. Yeah, if you're new to the industry or you're just, maybe you're doing an apprentice and you want to create a network and you want to know a bit more, yeah, register and hope to see you there. I'd just like to get in, if you are buying a German car, try and book it before 4 p.m. on the 31st of October, because if it's the 1st of November, which is a no deal, you'll have 10% WTO tariff slapped on it. So keep that in mind. Chamber of Commerce have issued new instructional videos about tariffs, certificates of origin and customs entries. How fascinating. I'm sure you'll all want to be tuning into that. We've put them on our YouTube channel. I know, but the thing is, what I will say is customs stuff, you know, we're all going to become customs experts. So, you know, Global Britain, you're pretty much there. If you're working on this now and trying to understand it, you're pretty much there. If you're gonna export and you've been trying to understand about customs, you can apply that to the rest of the world. But you just have to get your head around it. Our own YouTube channel, we keep uploading more and more stuff. What we've decided to do is put a playlist of Jordan Recommends, because we were doing lots and lots of stuff, and there was a particularly interesting one which showed from the French side what happens at the crossing, but from the French perspective, especially about the smart port or smart border. Well, that's it for this week. Hope you enjoyed it. We've got 1 week more to go. We will know by then if it's been a Halloween fright or not. So I'll leave you with our little outro that we put together, and hope you enjoy it. And maybe it hits #1 in the charts.
Order! Order!
Over the line.
Order!
Over done.
Brexit creates uncertainty.
Get Brexit done.
Brexit creates uncertainty.
Unlock!